BoyFlop warm up. Floppy, 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 flop. Floppy, 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 flop.
Dad.
Hello and welcome to BoyFlop. Jules, you interrupted my intro, you flop!
I hate everyone.
Hey, I'm clipping.
Hello and welcome to BoyFlop.
My mic.
Okay, I'm doing this again. We're just.
No, it's fine.
Hello and welcome to BoyFlop episode 3!
Nice. Nah, I wasn't gonna do it again.
What?
Do it again.
Fuck you, Jules.
I need another take for posterity.
You mean for sampling for your sick dubstep
I'm
remix?
gonna, cut it up and just make it be like, my name is John E. Young, I eat dick.
I really wish you were actually doing a dubstep remix. So I'm just like, Jules, what the like you come back and it's just like, hey guys, my channel is all video game dubstep remixes now. I dropped guitar. And that's all it is too. You couldn't afford the equipment, so you just make noises with your mouth.
You just pitch shift to John's BoyFlop intro.
Has anyone ever done like meme step? Just
meme step.
Dubstep, just like with memes.
Just with air horns?
I'm pretty sure there has to have. I mean, that's essentially what you're doing up in your room right now.
I mean, it kind of already is. Like, I mean, the formula of dubstep, isn't it? Just like, build up,
memes.
Air horn, drop.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's that, and it's just what's popular, like trap music.
Right. Yeah.
Like if you bring up a trap station, they all use the same drop in air horn VSTs, and I think it's actually the same one you use, John.
Is there actual air horn VSTs?
I'm sure. When I used it, I described it and pitch shifted it around.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's
what I did.
Yeah. I didn't want to pay money for an air horn VST.
No, there's a really nice there's a really nice air horn free. It's not an air horn. It's oh fuck.
Is it an MLG soundboard?
It's either called MLG soundboard or it's montage. Something.
Those are the worst.
So there's a soundboard. You can click on the buttons for all of your favorite dank memes
at your fingertips.
And then the soundboard also lets you download them for free. So whoever made that soundboard is just the patron saint of bringing memes to the free world of the internet.
The one that I downloaded on my phone, I was just like, I'm gonna be stupid and download a meme app thing. And it wanted access to literally everything on my phone. It was like, we need access to your fucking life, your social security, your credit. I was like, this is worse than Facebook for memes. Yeah. Really?
It's not worth the memes. Turn back.
Yeah, I don't want a meme apocalypse on my fucking life.
I just had this weird flashback, like one of those just cringe flashbacks that you forgot that you in the past were just the cringiest motherfucking thing.
Oh yeah, dude, I have those every night.
One of those you just remembered that you had a boner one time when you were asked to walk up to the board in math class or something.
That's my favorite.
So I used to DJ. Let's start right off with that. Let's just get that out of the way. We're off to a strong start.
I'm picturing you DJing, and I don't know if
it's your boy MC Jules.
We went into Guitar Center that one time, and I jumped on.
I'm sure you're just fine at it. It's just funny, it's funny picturing the one and only
Jules pants. I don't know.
A lot of the decks and stuff will have buttons that you set different
buttons.
Well, buttons that you press and it drops some sound.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It drops a sound.
It drops a sound.
It drops
whatever you're a DJ.
Whatever
dank sound.
Whatever sound you set to it.
Yeah.
And I just remembered that each and every one of mine were just some really cringy meme. I had over 9,000. I hate myself.
Okay, so not even the 420 memes, the old memes.
This was 2009.
Right.
So
Do you have a video recording of this? Can you put it on your channel for everyone to see?
There's somewhere deep in my fucking computer database actual old mixes I did. So you can probably find something.
Was one of them my favorite dank meme? I'm a fire in my laser.
Yes. Oh my god. That's the best one.
Okay. The podcast's over. The podcast's over. I'm just gonna go upstairs now.
Rich is done. He quits the BoyFlop.
They just started memeing from fucking 2008 or something.
Right.
High school.
That's some 2004 shit right there.
Yeah, that's fucking. Damn, that's old school.
So what we forgot to do, because you wanted to be the fucking intro boy, is introduce ourselves. So I'm gonna say
that's not my fault. You're the one who's supposed to start that.
We didn't even do our pre-show babble, and you're just going right up into my name's Jonathan Young. Here's the show.
I was ready.
You fucking should have been meditating.
We haven't even introduced ourselves yet. So Jules.
Right. Hi, what's up, everyone? I'm Family Jules 7X.
And I'm Family Jonathan Young 7X.
And I'm giving up.
And we've been living here for 3 weeks,
it's
4 weeks. Somehow we still have not burned the house down.
Yeah,
I think we get we get achievement unlocked for being.
I mean, there's no like visual proof with this podcast. I mean, as far as our landlord knows, we're just sitting out like in the burned ashes of our house. Like, hey guys, what's up for the fucking podcast?
Our landlord would not.
He's a genius.
You would walk in and not even realize that we burned the place down.
He would walk upon the ashes and be like, wait, wasn't there like a garage here?
I can't find the fuse box, guys.
Yeah, we still can't find the fucking fuse box.
We're not gonna say any names, obviously, but we will say that this entire time we've been just like bashing the fuck out of our landlord, because
I don't know if we should put this in, because somebody's gonna listen to this who knows the area where we live. And
they're gonna call up this individual.
Yeah, they're gonna no one else knows him. It's fine.
Yeah,
you're being paranoid.
Yeah,
I am being
our
paranoid.
landlord sucks.
If he just comes to the door and he's like, guys, I was listening to this podcast I found, and they sound kind of like you. Now I know you would never do this to me, but I just like his lip trembling.
I don't know, man. I've been in situations like that before where like I say something like even just like. The last podcast when we were talking about like my high school band, and you were like asking if I would like drop the name of like where people could find my recordings.
I didn't say that. That was
we were talking about that, and okay. I was like no like there's.
I believe you referred to your fans.
Yeah, I referred to several of my fans who
previously on BoyFlop.
No. What's up, crack gamers?
I'm Jonathan Young.
Yeah,
Jonathan I lovingly referred to the 3 fans of mine who dug up my high school band without any hints from me on where to find it, and he chuckled. He thought it was funny. Or
I thought you were gonna say that. But like he sent you a message, just like you fucked up now.
Well, but it's like I
know where you live.
But that's like the smallest instance of when that's happened to me. When like you say something in passing that's just like, oh yeah, those crazy people who found my high school band, and then like of course they listen to the podcast, and then it's like, oh. Like, I made a joke and I kind of feel bad, and I know you know it was a joke, but I still kind of feel bad.
Right.
But then I've had like that, except instead of it being one of my fans who can take a joke, it's like somebody who I didn't even know like paid attention to me. Like I don't remember exactly what it was, but there was definitely one of those like heart-sinking moments where like I said something in a stream or something, and somebody was watching, and it was just it was, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I'm usually
those
are the worst.
Dude, I'm usually one of the people that I'm really patient with people or companies. Whenever somebody starts talking shit about like somebody, especially somebody on YouTube,
right.
I'm always the one who's just like, you don't know them, you know.
And I've had that bite me in the ass a few times. I haven't had it like come up where it's like a heart sinking thing where it's like, oh, God, I'm a dick, but like. Yeah. I've like made assumption like, and I think everyone does this just about, unless like you're like fucking toxic externity or something, but I think everyone just makes an assumption about someone, and then you meet them and you're like, God damn it, they're cool.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. So I had a Minecraft server for my stream, whatever, and it was great. It worked really, really well. And after a certain point, I think I missed paying it by like a day or something, and like. I like paid it on time or whatever, but for whatever reason they just figured I wasn't going to pay and just deleted the whole thing. They deleted the entire server, and that's not just my stuff, but all my subscribers and stuff. Yeah. I was really pissed. Like I probably like set it as unread for an extra day.
Was that like your Pokemon Minecraft server?
Well, that originally was. And then okay. I was already pretty pissed, and I was just like, screw it. And they're like, oh, we can refund you something, and like they were really, really cool about it. And I was like, no, just forget it. I want to cancel my subscription, whatever. So then I start noticing I'm getting these payments, or I'm starting getting charged every month by this place. And I was like, hey guys, I canceled my subscription with you guys. Can you please, pay me back for these, things? And they're like, we didn't charge you. And I'm like, wow, that's really shitty. Now you like, what kind of company does this shit? They keep doing it. They keep sending me these, it was like $25 a month. And I'm like, stop. And I sent them an email. They didn't respond to me. So I'm like, fuck it. And it was the first time that I ever like went to Twitter and used my I'm not like Twitter famous, but I have like
you have a following.
I have a following on Twitter, and so that's when
it doesn't take much to stir shit up.
Right, and I immediately went and I was just like, fuck this company, they're taking my money and blah 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 blah. Yeah. And normally I'd never do that, and it bit me in the ass so fucking hard because here's what actually ended up happening.
Yeah. Immediately
after I made that Minecraft server, I made the Battlefield server. Under somebody completely different. So I didn't but they had the same fucking payment name. Their emails were so fucking similar that like in passing I was just like in my fury of like I lost all my subscribers like work in Minecraft that I'm just like fucking stop charging me for your shitty service, which wasn't actually shitty. I'm the dick. And then they immediately got back to me. They're like, what can we do, blah 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 blah. And I was just like the best part of it is after I'm completely an asshole, I went to Twitter, I made like 500 tweets like, I'm sorry I'm an asshole, these guys are great, go with them, I'm the dick. Fucking A Rival, the guy who did the EDM. We don't talk much, but for Crypto the Necrodancer, he just kind of tweets me afterwards and just goes, "Nice crusade, bro." And I'm just
it is one of those moments where you just like you put your feet up on the desk and you're just like, I can handle this, and you're like, oh fuck, I'm such a douche.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think everybody kind of goes through.
It sounds like you tried to make it like I'm guessing it's like nothing really came after that. Like,
I tried to make it right. I sent them a really heartfelt email of how terribly sorry I was and fucking and
I don't know.
Oops.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm literally retarded. Don't listen to me.
At that point, it just felt like it. It just felt like, wow, I can't even function in human society. I'm just a terrible person.
It's weird though, because like if you 5-10 years ago, I was pretty young 5-10 years ago, but like 5-10 years ago, I'm still. I'm still.
Fuck off!
I'm still. That came out. That came out of my mouth, and I was like,
no. I just saw. They're just like this face. I feel like both of you made this brief little twitch. And I was just like, and now it's my time. Podcast over again. It's double over. Everyone go home.
Oh anyway, boy.
Continue.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. So 5-10 years ago, when I was still Jonathan Young, if you got mad at a company, you would tell your friends and you would send a nasty letter, and then maybe if it came to that, you would sue them. But now it's like, if you're mad about anything, whether it's a product or a service or a company or even the red cups at Starbucks, then you post about it everywhere. Yeah, and that and I'm kind of hypocritical in this way because when I see people posting, well, maybe it's not hypocritical, but like when I see people posting on social media about anything that they're frustrated with that isn't like a major big deal, like everything except for like, hey, income inequality in America is really bad, guys. Like anything other than that, like anything like, hey, I'm really sad today. Like tweets like that, it's such like I have a knee-jerk reaction to like negativity on social media that isn't I guess in my mind justified and bigger than just one's own.
So like people just complaining.
I mean, I guess, but like I guess the way that I'm sort of hypocritical in that sense is that like I am probably the worst one here at going on social media and bitching about something as far as like politics and religion goes. And I'm sure that people get sick of that, but it's like I feel like
There's a different. I feel like so a good friend of mine, Chatia. She was a Twitch admin, hangs out in Man vs. Games, Twitch chat a lot. She was actually saying something a little while ago. I don't know if it was like in a Skype group or whatever, but she was saying that actually a lot of streamers are way better about utilizing Twitter and utilizing social media in a way that keeps their audience involved with what they do, which and she actually said that you, John, are way better at it than like at least Rich and me. And see, I find it.
Thank you, stranger. We've never met, but
Sure.
I'm giving you a virtual imaginary hug right now.
Nice.
Okay, that's weird.
Which it makes it. No, she's a hugger. I guess the difference that I see it in is that, Rich, I mean, you and I kind of see what we do as we're like a performer that in a virtual sense, we go on stage and we play our show and then we get off the stage.
Yeah.
Sure.
Whereas I feel like with what you kind of do, John, I mean, you have like the Follow Your Stupid Dreams video and stuff like that where it's great. It's a really fucking good video, but like, your personality is out there way more than Rich and I. And I mean, I feel like I'm on the line between you two of like, I do videos of like, I talk, but
you Twitch stream too.
I Twitch stream, but I don't really push that out there too much.
And I'm like super just laissez-faire about it. Like I'm just like, here's my music, and then generally like if I put a video up, it's like, guys, sorry, I know this isn't music. I'm gonna keep it brief. Like I'm just so timid. Like don't hate me.
For that reason, I love watching all your talking videos because they pretty much always start with just like, all right, this is gonna be awkward, but fuck it. So I have to do.
No, it's weird. What I was gonna say is like, even though I don't really put myself out there, except in those like scarce, like weird little update videos, for some reason people still like latch onto those kind of, and they're just like, haha, Rich, you seem so silly. I'm like, I hate this. I really hate this. Like, I don't know, but I would say you're in the middle.
And that's it's funny that you mentioned that though, because like I. For a long time, for those of you that have seen my video, YouTube/Jonathan.
There it is.
For a long time, I felt.
How much are you paying yourself to plug yourself in this podcast?
I'm paying myself.
Taking money out of one pocket and putting it in his other, and being like winking at us.
I'm making a large sum of money from my own product placement on this channel.
I'm a genius.
Shout out to Google AdSense for shooting down my Thriller ad last week for graphic content.
Oh no, you used corn syrup blood.
I used corn syrup blood.
We don't want kids to get the wrong idea.
We don't want to show the Minecraft watching kids that.
Here's a video of a Let's Player literally yelling "fuck" as the first thing.
Yep. Okay. Anyway, I love you, Google AdSense. Please don't ban me.
They're listening. It's already gone. As of recording, it's already gone.
My channel just got 3 strikes immediately. Yeah. So what I was gonna say is that for a long time I kind of got into this rut of like, I feel like a lot of people, specifically vloggers, like to put on this sort of facade of, well, I just haven't been acting genuine lately, and I just need to come back to being myself. Like, there's so many fucking videos like that out there, and I think it's a load of fucking shit. Like, I mean, like, sure, if you actually felt like you were projecting a fake personality, then great, change it. But like, the over sentimental, oh, I need to just be me videos, like, there's a very small handful of people who have done those videos correctly, and the only one that comes to mind right now is Olan Rogers.
Olin Rogers.
I love
Olin Rogers.
He's great. He's the only one who's done Be Yourself video that I've actually vibed with.
He's genuine.
Yeah, he's super fucking genuine, but like, it's... Word? To me, I mean, that word means whatever you want it to mean. But,
no, I mean, like, I fucking, like, I've talked with Jules about this, like, a million times already. I fucking love when I see people who are genuine online.
Right.
Like
I agree.
Not to just, like, completely, like, interject, but, like, I think, like, I brought up Let's Players a little bit ago. The only one I really can, like, watch kind of regularly is Donkey, and that's because he's not really he's putting on a character, but it's just him, I think. Maybe I'm making an assumption there. Maybe he's just like resonates with my humor. But it just seems so legit. It just seems fucking legit. He doesn't seem like he's trying. He's just being him.
A lot of people ask me too, like at cons or whatever, about just kind of, starting doing kind of stuff like this. And a lot of people feeling like, oh well, I'm like boring. I like how do I
Man.
But see, and
Everybody's boring.
Right,
Yeah.
that's the thing. Is like on the other side of that, like I mean, I started this whole YouTube thing like kind of scoffing at. Is that your phone?
Yes.
Turn your phone
Who's
off.
a BB boy he is.
BB boy.
The
I'm sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't want to be a character because I knew that after if what I was doing was going to be successful,
Sure.
I didn't want to keep pretending like I was somebody I was not
Sure.
for the whole time.
Yeah.
Wow,
So-
Jules, that's so deep.
Well, you gotta
No,
think
yeah.
ahead, you know.
Hashtag.
I mean,
Well, but,
I mean, think
when I
ahead,
was-
and I named myself
for-
Family Jewels 7X. I'm
Yeah.
a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Ball sack.
What I was gonna say is that, like, for a long time, not because of some cliche over sentimental, I was just so insecure and projecting a personality. No, from a business standpoint, I felt obligated to, at the end of my videos, tell everybody, hey, this is on iTunes and you can support me on Patreon because I need to pay the bills. And I did that not because I was projecting a fake personality, but because I need to pay the bills.
Yeah.
And if I don't tell people that they can buy the song on iTunes, oftentimes they will ask if it's on iTunes. And then if people are asking if it's on iTunes, that means that people don't know if it's
Yeah,
on
they're
iTunes.
not aware of it.
But wait, let me finish.
Yeah, finish.
So for a long time, I just kind of barreled through this incredibly, really dry end slate of like, hey, I mean, I can even fucking do it. It's like fucking like, hey, what's up, youngsters? Thanks for watching. I'm Jonathan Young, and if you like this video, it's available on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Amazon MP3, and high quality at louder.fm. And you can also support me $1 Patreon and give t-shirt giveaways, and I mean, like,
Right.
yeah, that kind of thing. But then this most recent video that I did, I was like, you guys might have fucking heard me. I was in my little soundproof closet, like recording the end slate voiceover for like an hour.
Really?
And I was sitting there trying to get the perfect take of, what's up? iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Amazon MP3, and louder.fm in high quality. Like I was doing that like over and over and over. And at a certain point, I was like, fuck. And I literally, I pressed record and I was like, hey guys, so this is the boring part. I need to pay the bills, so there's buttons on your screen if you want to download it. The best way to support me is on Patreon. Thanks so much. Here's another video that you might like.
And that's really all
And
you do.
here's the thing, though. I had this fear in my chest that if I didn't explain that it's on iTunes, it's on Google Play, it's on Amazon, it's on Spotify, that people would ask. Because in the past, I've had people ask.
Literally
right,
every comment is,
Right.
I don't understand, unsubscribed.
Right. Like, instructions unclear, dick stuck in the fucking
dick
paper
stuck in
shredder.
computer.
Well, what I was gonna
Well,
say,
no. But here, I mean, where I'm going with this is that after I did that video with the more casual, just hey guys, like I need your help so I can keep doing this. Here's some buttons. As soon as I did that, right after that video, I saw a higher increase in Patreon money than I ever have after a video since my original Patreon release.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many people bought the song, but
You
it
know-
seems like people really, really vibed with that. And from a business standpoint, it's better because people are much more willing to watch an end slate if I'm just being like, hey guys, like here's the deal.
It's interesting because I've thought about that before, and this is like a really closed case of like one person
Right.
on YouTube selling like his covers, but like I've thought about it before. Like when you watch advertisements that are like, for you call now for the low price of $19.95, blah blah blah, like all the bullshit.
Monday.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When it's all like. It's all dressed up and decorated to be like this thing that's easily accessible and it'll change your life. Whereas if it's like, if someone were to just be like, look, this thing's good, you should try it if you like things like this, and they're just like real about it, I feel like I'd be more inclined to buy it than someone getting in my face and be like, call now for 5 easy payments of $99.95. You know, like
Monday.
like when
Call
it
now,
feels
call now.
when it feels it's like they're trying so hard to appeal to you to
Right.
get you to buy your thing. It almost is. It's patronizing. It's literally patronizing. It's insulting.
And like not only from a personable standpoint, but also from a business standpoint, like aesthetically cleaning up my end slate to not have so many buttons because I was worried about if I didn't include something. It seemed like it worked.
Yeah.
Obviously from a business standpoint, it's working because from a personable standpoint, I need to think more about like being personable, and this sounds really fucking douchey, and I don't mean it like this, but like if you're personable, instead, like if you try and be personable, that will translate itself into good business, as opposed to trying to be good business, which I have tried to do many times in the past, and then that translates.
it seems like you're marketing something.
not only that, but then because you're trying to be good business and that comes off as disingenuous, it then ends up not being good business.
It's a turnoff.
Right.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's a fucking turnoff when someone's like, look at this thing. I'm holding a thing of raisins and I'm shoving it in John's face and look at this thing. You want this thing. Whereas like if I'm just like, look, these are good. You should try these if you like raisins.
Right. And but I mean to sort of play devil's advocate against the point that I already agree with. The sort of it's me,
it's
John
your boy.
Young. I do think that sort of not addiction, but kind of addiction to genuineness. Is that the right word?
Genuinity.
Genuinity.
Is that a word?
Genuification.
Sure.
I think that everybody's yearning to be genuine is almost leading to this like triple like backflip of like they know that they have to be genuine for people to like them, so they try to be genuine instead of just being genuine, and that ends up feeling disingenuous even though they're trying really hard to be genuine. Does that make sense?
Well,
it's almost like
I think a lot of it comes down to you can tell what someone's motivations are.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but like
if a representative from Pepsi came in with a backwards hat and a shirt that said "cool dude" right now, you'd probably be like,
Papyrus.
Okay, yeah, literally Papyrus.
Well, yeah, but
if it's like a startup or a small business and they're like, look, it's just, do you want to buy this?
Yeah, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like when a YouTuber gets in front of a camera and acts.
It's the same thing. It depends on who.
Well, but like
it's the fine bros. I'm not gonna. I mean, like.
No. That's not what I mean. I mean when like one of these British vloggers gets in front of the camera and starts tearing up and saying that they tried to film the vlog 10 times, but they just couldn't do it because they were too emotional.
Yeah, and your bullshit detector went off, didn't it?
Well, but the thing that fucks with me is that I'm not sure if my bullshit detector went off because they didn't actually get emotionally distraught, or if it went off because it seems like they are trying so hard that it's like a placebo effect. They want to be genuine so hard that they start acting over sentimental and believing it.
I think a big part is also you probably just don't care.
Yeah. And there's the thing too is like you have to ask yourself what the motivation of that uploader is. They put it on YouTube for everyone to see.
There are genuinely I mean, I don't know.
Well, what I was saying earlier is just that whenever people people are kind of all like I don't know how to act in front of a camera and blah 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 blah. Like my initial reaction is just be yourself, blah 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 blah. But like I mean, you know, myself is like, what did I do today? You guys kept walking downstairs. I'm sitting there like slouching back, like totally silent, watching Last Week Tonight all day. Like
you have been watching John Oliver for the greater portion of the day.
Well, I've also been trying to fucking fix the laptop and stuff, but
I just want to make you sound like you're unproductive.
Well, I am. I was very.
I'm just confirm.
I actually wrote a song today and did recording and exported you.
Yes,
so fuck you, John.
I heard the song. It was good. I liked it.
And watched at least 10 episodes of John Oliver
while I was doing other productive things.
Sure.
Listen, I was already self-deprecating. I don't need any fucking help.
You opened the door.
I was just about to self-deprecate though. I've been binge watching Dungeons and Dragons Twitch streams while also responding to YouTube comments. So
anyway,
I feel good about that.
What I'm trying to say is like obviously you have to find a line between being an entertainer and being yourself. Sure. And usually what I say is like just kind of like be an over-exaggerated version of yourself, just slightly, not too much.
Oh, absolutely.
But just I don't know, fucking do whatever makes you happy before you do a video.
Hey,
maybe have a coffee or something.
I completely demolish the fucking like transparency thing here and just be like, we're kind. I mean, just for the podcast, we're being a little exaggerated.
Oh, of course.
Just saying.
Rich is saying it sucks more, and I'm talking about. Twirls hipster mustache things like social media.
Your twirling mustache. It looks like you're rolling a joint. I'm like, John.
Oh my goodness.
That's really over.
Don't do drugs, kids.
But while I'm getting into the rut of playing devil's advocate, Jonathan
Young.
First of all,
devil's advocate.
The fucking
literally Satan.
The bottomless pit.
Let me. So first, let me say that I agree with what you just said completely, but. Let me also say that I think that there is a very, very large group of people out there that misunderstand the phrase "be yourself." And what I mean by that is that I think that a lot of people hear this sort of whatever sensationalist BuzzFeed, Generation Y, this mantra. Kids,
no, it's a throwaway
kids
phrase.
these days. Well, yeah, but kids these days have this mantra of, again, with the addiction to sentimentality and genuineness, they have this mantra of, be yourself. You're perfect, no matter what anybody says, and in theory, that's a really good thing. But sometimes, and not for everybody.
Sometimes you just suck.
No,
and just deal with it.
no.
I know what you're trying to say.
Sometimes what this leads to is people becoming completely stagnant because they think that in order for them to just be themselves, that means never change for anybody. Seriously, because I used to be like this.
Really?
And I know people that are like this. I know people.
I feel.
Well, then you hang out with a better crowd than I did in high school.
I feel like change is inevitable. I feel like.
I don't know, man. I've seen people that have not changed for the better. I've seen a lot of people that post this sort of Tumblr, literally posting on Tumblr these. I mean, obviously it's a dead horse that I am beating right now of anti-sentimentality, anti-Tumblr sort of like.
You didn't say beating off.
It doesn't matter.
Guys like us, guys like Lyle, guys like the Sleepy Cabin guys have all beaten the dead horse of Tumblr sucks and stop posting pictures with forests with inspirational quotes. It's
like
fucking dumb. Yeah, exactly.
Correct.
Okay. In my defense,
There he goes.
In my defense, I added the word.
No, your shirt makes the opposite point. I get it.
I added the word stupid in there to intentionally distance myself from those.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well,
before Rich was a fucking dick. Get it? Because his name's Rich.
Got it.
No. So what I mean though is that like when people so be yourself is a phrase that I like.
Sure.
But you're perfect just the way you are is not a phrase that I like. And I think that people tie those phrases together, and I think that people use this mantra of you're perfect no matter what anybody says to never be self-critical, never look in the mirror and healthily say, how can I become a better person? And I'm not saying that if you're depressed or anxious or clinically whatever, that you should be incredibly self-critical, because that could lead to some bad health problems. But if you can manage to get yourself to a healthy state of mind, however, then I think that you're wasting your life if you're not actively trying to be a better person tomorrow than you were today.
Sure.
So,
I
just wanted to make that point.
In my mind, though, there is a huge difference between be yourself and you're perfect the way you are. Because
sorry, I had water in my mouth, but I completely agree.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of people do see that distinction. But another problem is that like those phrases are both kind of like they've been uttered so much and told, like we've been told those two phrases in different contexts so much that they've kind of lost meaning.
Right.
So it's like when you hear, oh, just be yourself, you're like, what the fuck does that even mean? Shut up.
My previous like before moving here, my environment was, I lived with my family, and the dynamic was weird. I mean my mother is very, very she's very spiritual, and she's very into it's always bad to say that somebody's into conspiracies, but interested in
my dad is like that too.
Right, we're interested in what's going on behind the scenes.
Behind the curtain, yeah.
Right, and also,
Sorry.
I thought you were there.
I thought you were being sarcastic.
Yeah, that's right.
We were sitting, yeah.
Sorry. Okay,
yeah. But in that regard, I was always almost discouraged from making any kind of educational anything, like opinion about anything, because the second I brought up anything, it was just like, well, you don't know anything about what you're talking about, and here's why: Obama's a lizard. And then just like all of these things.
That kind of thinking is the biggest. I hate nothing more.
So that's where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
I mean,
see, my household, like everyone is.
I love my mom, by the way.
My stepdad and I will fucking be screaming at each other.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
And it's cordial. It's fucking cordial. But for most of my life, before my current stepdad, my parents are just kind of just they want to stay out of everything.
Yeah.
So like any point they just kind of be like and like shrug and not really talk about it.
Yeah. And see, that's actually something that I've dealt with probably up until recently. That because of where I live and how the conversations kind of go, my entire family are all intellectuals. I was actually just talking to Aegosaurus last night that, you know, people talk about like, oh, my family's crazy. We get into crazy shenanigans every year. Wacky family. Yeah. Christmas is literally like everybody will just be silently eating their food until somebody cracks a joke about like British occupation in India. And then people will like let out a quick hearty laugh and then go back to awkwardly eating their food.
No shit.
So it's weird. So what it came down to me was growing up in that environment is like, don't have any opinions about anything because like, everybody's just going to be like, oh, that's cute. You think you know things.
Yeah. It's like everyone's sitting at the table during dinner and someone coughs and everyone just gives that person the stink eye. Like, excuse me. Like,
no, I'm saying that you do that and you would be explained as to what a cough was and the conspiracies that fall along.
And John, I was exposed to your family for one night. And it's pretty good.
Yeah, my family's eccentric but lovable.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
No,
we're fun.
Well, I mean, I think that's the most interesting thing about our dynamic is how different a background we all come from. Yeah. Yet we're still like, because of our, I mean, greatest common factor, which is lowest common denominator, is the fact that we make stupid videos on YouTube, and we're all kind of relatively more or less in the spotlight about the things that we say. I just think it's rad that we understand each other as much as we do.
Right. Well, because, like, I don't know. I don't want to sound like a fucking douche, but, like, if you... people who try very hard to push themselves, A, B, be critical of their own life, their own thoughts, their own beliefs, it's hard to find other people like that you can jive with.
Yeah.
You know? Like, and I don't want to come off as like, I'm such a fucking beacon of self-improvement.
You are.
But, like...
You're you're literally the best human, John. Go on.
I am the best human. No. But, like, I don't know. I mean, and that's a good portion of the reason why I left Minnesota is because I felt like there was... nobody in Minnesota besides possibly my little sister who completely understood the wavelength that I was coming from with like why I do what I do and stuff like that.
My little brother's the same way.
My dad and my mom both get me in different ways, and my sister is like I really get along with my sister a lot. My sister. My sister was getting to, and I don't want to sound like I'm taking credit for my sister's personality, and I'm saying that specifically so that if she watches this podcast, she won't beat me up. But my little sister was just getting into the age when you are impressionable, right as I was becoming jaded with high school and stuff like that. So I kind of like rubbed off on her, I think, in that I kind of was like, don't worry about dating people because it's stupid. And play video games because other things are dumb. And so, like, I kind of, like, I rubbed, like, right as I was graduating high school and she was getting into high school, I rubbed off this very, like, angsty, I used to be a fedora nice guy, but now I know better and I'm going to make sure that you never make the mistakes I did. I kind of rubbed that off on her. And now she's, like... and there are people in my fan base and people that we know personally that will hate me for saying this, but she fucking like is just slaying right now in high school.
Yeah.
Like she just like boys try to hit on her and she's like, whatever. And she just like, she watches Game of Thrones and reads a ton of books and is the best violinist I know. And it's like, I'm really proud of my little sister, but it's like, besides that, it's like my dad and I see very eye to eye on politics and religion and kind of our the way that we approach I guess rationality and music. We see eye to eye on a lot of things. And my mom kind of gets like understands like my mannerisms. Like my mom and I are both very outgoing and my dad and I are both very over analytical. Right. So like everybody in my family gets me for different reasons, but then like outside of my parents' house in Minnesota where it's negative 30 degrees right now. Not quite, but close. It's just like I felt like I nobody fucking got where I was coming from.
I'm
so pop punk, but it's like seriously, like I felt completely like as soon as right. I mean, it was like I just like I do not feel like anybody in the area completely gets where I'm coming from, and I don't like the climate. I don't like the geography. I don't like the anything, you know. And if you like Northfield, Minnesota a lot, good for you. You keep being yourself and doing you.
Unless you suck.
But it seemed pretty cool when I was there.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's a beautiful little town, especially if you've got kids and you want to settle down. It's, you know, got one of the best school systems in the state, and Minnesota is one of the best states in the country for education. It's a great little town, but not for somebody who has silly delusions of grandeur making Disney power metal covers.
There's something Artificial Fear, he's another YouTuber who does metal video game stuff.
Oh yeah.
He told he's like, out of everybody on YouTube, the one guy who gave me the most like little fucking like fortune cookie nuggets of knowledge, like one of which my favorite that he said was the more notes you play, the less girls show up to your show. And I know he took that from somebody, but that's fucking genius. Yeah. The other thing he always said was, and this is a specific example, but I think that I can kind of generalize it in a little bit, is that going to
do it.
Is that going to music school, being a student for music in college, you have to be a very, very specific kind of crazy to get through it. Oh yeah. I would argue the same thing for the thing that we do, the personality that we are. It's okay not to be a crazy work ethic, I wouldn't our lifestyles, I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Oh, me neither. No. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Like honestly, sometimes I wish that I was content to just watch Netflix and
chill
and.
That's our podcast.
Sometimes I wish that I was content, and sometimes I think I would be. Sometimes I wish that I was content to maybe do something like being a music producer for clients. Mm-hmm. Something where like I would do it as a day job, and then for fun I would play Dungeons and Dragons and watch Game of Thrones.
Sure.
Like sometimes I wish that I would be satisfied with that, and sometimes I think I would be, but like. And if you're satisfied with that, like I envy you. I envy you for being satisfied with something humble and something simple, because I'll be straight up like I want to fucking take over the world, and that's
the United States of John.
Yeah, and that fucking that shit.
Do it.
You know, I want to do shit, and I hate it. I hate that I want to do shit, and I love that I hate that I don't know, man.
No, but what's interesting about that is that you and I want very different things from what we do. We've already talked about that, which is fucking cool, but we do the same thing.
Yeah.
And the reason for me is that like the thing that makes me feel the best human being, whatever that I can in this moment right now, is that if I feel like one, I'm changing and I'm becoming a better person, and two, I'm like a significant person that matters. In this, I'm breathing oxygen for a good reason. I'm not wasting air for other human beings. Sure. And one of those things is how productive I'm being. How much shit I say I did nothing today. I did a fuck ton of shit today. You did. But like even then, I still if I don't go back in my studio at some point tonight before playing Fallout 4 and
I'm trying to resist. I'm trying to resist.
It sucks.
If I don't do something, I'm gonna lay in bed and not be able to sleep tonight because
when we went to that arcade bar, the whole time I was like, I didn't get anything done today.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fucking jump off a bridge.
I wouldn't wish that evil on my worst enemies.
I wrote a song about this. No, but I did. The only original song that I've released in the past couple months, I'm more proud of it than arguably anything that I've ever done. And the entire song is about the curse of being somebody who needs to be artistic.
And I feel like for us, it's almost like this endless search to be done. I feel like I actually
singing the curse.
Now talk about a fucking overused Tumblr cliche, but seriously, but here's the bad thing. The worst part about it is that if you really wanted to, you could get infected. If you really wanted to, if you picked up a guitar and spent long enough, you'd get addicted and you'd be just like us and you would hate it for the rest of it. You'd be like, those fuckers on that podcast. Yeah. I would have been happy for the rest of my life playing Dungeons & Dragons and watching Game of Thrones.
So fulfilling, though.
Yeah, it is fulfilling, but it's like, it's such a fucking mind fuck.
I don't know.
It's such
like,
a mind
I think
fuck.
I've talked with both of you about like specifically this before, where it's just like, yeah, like you talk about like folks in your hometown where they don't really like quite get your mindset.
Yeah.
They're just like, I don't get it. And like, I wouldn't say that like my friends back home aren't like that, because I know they're not. But at the same time, it's like there's like this element of being like happy with what you have, as opposed to like, oh, I want to fucking like do something.
Right.
And like, like it's literally just like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
How can you just go home after working a 9-hour job or whatever, pop in front of the TV? Like, it's like, if that makes you happy, that's
right.
awesome.
I mean, like,
a
part of me gets it, and a part of me is it's like I'm a fucking meth addict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I'm
because like when I get done like playing Dungeons and Dragons or playing Skyrim or something, like, I feel good, man. You know, like I'm set. Like when I get done playing a video game, or whatever, not necessarily just video games. When I get done eating a pizza, you know, it's like I could live a very happy life if I did just this. But then the meth addict side of my brain is like, gotta fucking record music or you're gonna be unhappy and die alone with regrets.
But it's also interesting because kind of like tying back to what we were talking about before a little bit about like a lot of that complacency, I think a lot of it might be like just being defeatist.
Yeah.
Like people are told, like, you can't be a musician.
Yeah.
You can't fucking be an artist.
Yeah.
I mean, only fucking Brad Pitt can be an actor.
Right.
You're not Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you? How dare you even try to attempt it?
This is getting into that follow your stupid dreams category.
No. It literally is.
I mean,
and like but like if you're like defeatist to the point where you force yourself to be complacent with
and I mean,
what
that's the most terrifying thing to me.
And that's why
I
can't.
That.
That's why.
Well, because people now, they'll say, I wish I could be as good of a musician as you. And I literally fucking say to them, there was a time when I wished the same thing about somebody else.
Dude, I still think I'm a shitty musician. I
fucking record vocals and I'm like, wow, I fucking suck.
The thing that
I'm awesome TV.
Shut up. But like the thing like is you're never gonna get like a letter in the mail after practicing like a certain amount of time where it's like, now you're good enough to be heard by people. You just have to fucking do it with what you got now.
Just do it! No! Yay!
Are you sure that's not your favorite? That seems like that would be your favorite meme.
No. I liked it for a while, but I definitely liked it.
I mean, like, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
Like I've gotten...
that wasn't him, though.
We're tying... It's full circle. It's full circle.
He didn't write that, though.
Yeah.
That was Shia LaBeouf reading acting exercises that students wrote for him.
But it's associated.
Anyway, we're getting off topic. Let's bring it back.
But it's associated with him.
I want to meet the kid who wrote that.
Yeah. I bet he's famous amongst his friends.
He probably like fucking works at a pizza shop.
Oh yeah.
Fucking does nothing.
He's just like, hey,
it's like a fucking it's an acting student somewhere in LA.
Yeah. Really? That was in LA?
It was either an acting student or a writing student where like Shia just like
I know the premise of it.
Something like that. But
I really like Shia LaBeouf.
But what I was gonna say is like, I'm sure you guys get questions like, how do you do this? And it's literally you gotta work at it. You gotta do all the you literally just have to kind of do it.
I've talked about this in videos and on streams before. But
like,
there's nothing that I hate more than people who assume that they aren't capable of something.
Yep.
Because when I first started singing, I fucking sucked, man.
I mean, like,
I fucking sucked at singing so much when I started, and now people are like, "Oh, you've been gifted by God since you were born." It's like, fuck off. Yeah. I worked my fucking ass off for this, and if you tell me that I'm gifted, you are marginalizing and discarding every hour of the hundreds of thousands of hours that I've spent working on this shit.
Arguably worse, they're almost like pushing themselves down that they'll never be that good.
They are.
Yeah.
No, you're applying that to too many examples.
I think we've talked about this before.
Yeah. Well, okay. What I was going to say is, I think it was Rooster Teeth that said something along these lines. And maybe I've talked about this before. Maybe we're playing the Repeat the Podcast game.
Bob Ross said this too.
I saw that. I fucking saw that.
Yep.
Well... So Rooster Teeth gets a lot of emails, and it's always kids like, how do I work at Rooster Teeth?
Yeah.
And the thing,
how do I be a voiceover actor?
Right.
Yeah.
So, but the thing that they've talked about on numerous occasions is that you don't necessarily want to work at Rooster Teeth.
You want to start your own thing.
You want to do whatever it is that makes you happy, and we're happy. We're making money and we're happy.
Yeah.
You want to find whatever that is.
I like how you're like specifically like, we're making money and we're happy.
Well, we're paying our bills doing something that we go and we enjoy going to work to do.
My hobby is making money.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Is like nobody wants to like work at Marshalls for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Some like at the very least they want to make a Marshalls. They want to
Or maybe if you work at Marshalls and you get just enough money to buy a TV and all the seasons of Game of Thrones, and that's what gets you off, then great.
Or if you work at Marshalls and you want to work your way up the corporate ladder,
sure,
and that's your passion, who am I to judge? You know?
Right, and it's just do whatever, like just follow whatever makes you happy. I mean, okay, if you want to talk about
stupid dreams, hashtag.
Well, I was gonna say
I already made this video. Jules, quit stealing my ideas.
What I was gonna say is
TM, Jonathan.
Actual cliches that I don't understand why people even say them, because like they only apply to like a very, very, very select few of people. Is do what you love and the money will follow. Because that's just like, oh my god,
no,
like you can't just say that.
That's a fucking lie. I tried to do what I love.
Yeah.
I tried to be a singer-songwriter, and nobody fucking gave a shit until I started doing power metal Disney. And I don't want to sound like I'm ungrateful, because I love doing power metal Disney. I love doing power metal Disney. Shout out to all my youngsters. No, but like,
but it's not ideal.
But like, if I could,
I'm a little seduced by
if I could pick between being the next Billy Joel or making power metal Disney, I would drop power metal Disney faster than you could say butt sack. Yeah. You know, like fuck that. I tried so fucking hard in bumfuck Minnesota, where everybody sounds like Bob Dylan trying to be the next Billy Joel, and nobody ever gave a shit.
Yeah.
And if I had followed that, if I had said I'm gonna do what I love and the money will follow, I'd still be living in my parents' basement right now, writing mediocre songs, not being self-critical, assuming that it's going to get better when it wasn't. And then I woke up and I was like, I can do what makes me happy and do something else and pay rent.
Yeah.
So instead of being so fucking arrogant and assuming that the world is just going to fall at my feet because I'm doing something that I like, I can't just jack off to hentai and then assume that I'm going to make money for it.
Somebody is.
You never know until you try, John.
Somebody's jerking off to hentai and making money, and I'm.
Did you hear about that?
Exact moment.
I mean, the kid who was the head Toys R Us tester in Canada just retired at 14. His job was literally to play with toys for Toys R Us.
That's like Big. That's like Tom Hanks' Big.
Yeah.
Like that's like
that was he was literally. Tom Hanks
literally, that's so cool.
But anyway,
the phrase "do what you love and money will follow" has like an asterisk at the end, and it says "with compromise."
Right. Yeah. So I hope if there's anybody, cliche time. If there's anybody watching this who is trying to pursue a passion, I hope that perhaps this
don't follow cliches.
I hope that
smart about it.
I hope that perhaps this is a dose of reality for you. Don't be too arrogant to make compromises, and life is too short to expect it to fall at your feet.
And start a YouTube channel, make video game covers.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you guys know what I mean. I'm pretending.
Yeah, totally.
Just
like,
I always try to like base my life on a bunch of fortune cookie cliches and stuff, and it all just kind of filters down now to like it all filters down to me now that if you want to fucking, I don't know, I feel like I need like little sentences that keep me going, and it's lately just been like always strive to be a better person and just dedicate my life to making the best music I can. Done.
See, those are good cliches though.
Yeah.
Those are good cliches that cannot possibly be misinterpreted because they're specific.
I could be making like, I don't know, Nazi music.
Yeah.
Okay, well then it's a matter of the word best.
Yeah. Right.
What do you mean by anyway? But yeah, I mean, because there's a lot of people. I'm sure there's people with you guys too. There's people who say to me stuff like, "Man, I wish that I could pursue my passion like you are," and it's like, I love this, but this isn't my passion. Yeah. So if you think that I am 100% doing exactly what I love doing here, you're wrong. Yeah. I have compromised to get here, and you will have to compromise to get to where you want to go. Probably.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe you'll be the lucky few, and you'll try to be the next. You'll go to Minnesota, and you do sound like Bob Dylan, and you'll make it because that's all they like in Minnesota. No, but maybe that'll work for you.
Fuck Minnesota.
Yeah, no, Minnesota's great, but maybe it'll work out for you, and I hope it does. But do not Do not spend your entire life refusing to compromise because you've read too many Tumblr cliches.
I really hope that at some point this podcast becomes big enough where every single hashtag you say, Rich, just trends.
I wish.
I am going to make a shirt that says
hashtag fuck Minnesota.
No, there has always been memes.
Oh, God. What,
and then there's going to be just a silhouette of a minion on it.
I hate you. I fucking hate you.
Then I'm going to just drop the box in Rich's room.
I'm going to get a tattoo of your face on my chest.
that says follow your stupid dreams.
Follow your Jonathan Young /
This has been episode 3 of BoyFlop. I'm Family Jewel 7X.
We're gonna talk about what we're doing this
Fuck
week?
that shit.
Okay. Do we want to talk about it real quick?
What?
How long have we been going?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's okay if there's some longer.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck our listeners.
Jules, what are you doing this week?
This week I'm playing
This
Fallout 4.
is tradition. We have to do this.
Right. I'm probably playing Fallout 4, regardless of whether or not I hate it. I've put so much fucking love into the series that
Don't say this because then I'm gonna buy it tonight.
Well, no, because it does honestly
It sucks.
I can't do this.
I'm trying to think of another example of this, but okay, in a good way is that Metal Gear Solid 5 came out and I was like, well, I probably have 4 digits of hours in it. They could Hideo Kojima could take a shit in a CD case, sell it to me. I'd still fucking play it probably all the way through.
I didn't want to buy Fallout 4 tonight, Jules.
No, it's a bad game.
It's bad.
I have things to do.
Yeah, me too.
You're making me want to buy it because you're getting all sentimental about Elder Scrolls and Fallout.
Other than that, I've been writing. I'm going to be writing a lot more music for Proto, which is the game that I'm working on. Under Objects Games. If you want any details, just fucking check out some of my update videos where I talk about it. It's an 8-bit retro game. Also going to be doing music for the other games that I'm doing music for. A lot of what I'm doing this week is just kind of actually composing and stuff. But as far as YouTube stuff, I'm doing a lot of collaborations, which hopefully, if you follow me and follow on Twitter, you'll see all those coming up. So I'm a busy bee.
Hell yeah.
Busy boy.
What about you, Jonathan Young?
I am covering the Power Rangers theme, and I'm very excited with how it's turning out.
Cool.
We are also covering. I'm getting both of these guys in on the Power Rangers theme, and both of these guys are in on a very special Kenny Loggins cover.
It's the worst.
It's pretty bad.
Kenny Loggins is definitely my favorite.
Wow.
No,
Nice.
I really do like Kenny Loggins.
Yeah, no, he's good.
I'm also working on another cover, which is my finest work. Rich would agree.
I heard it the other night.
It might take the place of my favorite meme.
You have
after firing my laser.
I believe the phrase I used was, John, I think you're collapsing into a meme singularity.
Can we make shirts that say meme singularity for the BoyFlop podcast?
Yeah.
Okay, so
hashtag meme singularity.
That sounds like a progressive
all of you listening right now who are confused, don't worry, it'll come with time. You'll see.
You'll understand once.
You'll understand at some point.
Once the fanfare.
There's no misinterpreting this message from John.
Once the fanfare of the air horns breaches your ear holes.
Do you still want those exploding car noises?
I think I'll skip it. I think you haven't heard it yet. Once you'll know. It's pretty memey. Okay. Anyway, other than that, I'm working on doing some pop punk covers. Working on an original that I thought would be out this week, but it's taking longer than expected. And then I'm one of my best friends, Travis, is coming to party with us, and he will probably be the guest on the next BoyFlop.
I was gonna say.
So Travis is coming. We're gonna spend 5 days shooting videos nonstop and doing the video for possibly my favorite song on the Disney album that I just came out with. I Just Can't Wait to Be King. Very special Disney song to me that I grew up with. That was my favorite song as a kid. And so we're going to do a video for that. Not sure what we're going to do with that yet. Not sure what we're doing yet, but super excited. Rich, what are you doing?
All right, so shit's been fucking crazy.
Yeah, it has.
And I can talk about something finally.
Finally.
And I'm gonna make a video about this, but for those of you listening who weren't aware, I actually have music in Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
What
the fuck?
Oh my god! Mom, get the camera!
Yeah, exactly. Good joke, Rich. No, I'm serious. There's some tracks. Unfortunately, I can't be specific about which ones or where, but I am in the credits of the game. Apparently, I'm going to have an IMDb page.
Nice.
And, that's just like a door open. Like, I got to talk directly with the composer, Jack Wall, about what needs to happen and what goes where, and it was really fucking cool. So I get to talk about that. Dude, I don't know how good the game is. It's a Call of Duty game, but my music's in it, so it's cool.
Yeah, congratulations, dude. That's a huge step.
This guy's gonna fucking catch up to us soon. We gotta fucking kick our ass.
Dude, I haven't uploaded a music video since fucking June. That was our video. The video I did with you. Yep. That was the last music video I've uploaded. I just don't want it to change, John.
Never upload anything again.
Yeah.
You don't need to. I'm
never watching this YouTube channel again.
All right. Other than that, I'm working on, surprise, another Undertale cover. But there's a good reason for that, and that's another thing where I can't really go into too much detail. But you'll probably be able to figure it out. It's a big fucking project with another musician, and it's gonna be fucking dope.
If it happens, it's
your dick's gonna explode like a meat grenade when you hear about it.
It's gonna be a meat grenade.
If it works out, it will mean if both of the parts of that work out.
I think I did get an email back from
Yep.
What's his face there, and I think we're moving forward with it as of now. So
all right,
tentatively big project related to Undertale.
Tentatively, Rich is going to be a big boy.
I'm a person. And then other than that, I've just been, freaking out about those things. My channel's seen a lot of increase, just a lot of traffic lately, which I'm not used to.
That's good, because I distinctly remember all of us talking in the pool and Rich being like, I think I'll take a month and see if I can boost my YouTube channel.
I know,
and that's exactly what happened.
I know, dude. It's wild because I was like expecting to come out here and be like, I'm gonna work on my channel for a month and see if I can,
and then get a job.
And now it's like I looked at my Patreon today and I'm looking at the ad revenue and I'm like, this project coming up. I'm like, nope. I think I'm okay, at least for a little bit.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I'm super fucking stoked. Everyone home. What blows my mind is everyone back home is super fucking supportive.
Yeah, dude. Well,
so supportive.
Unless YouTube has an aneurysm, it's not going downhill. Unless you stop posting videos like Jules.
But,
but like,
don't do what I do.
But it's not gonna get worse. So so like you say like, oh well, for now I'll be okay. It's like, well, but once the for now is over, you'll be better than okay.
I hope,
It gets better, Rich.
I hope it does. See, in context.
I
love you, John. And I think I can't think of anything else that I'm up to. There's probably some other shit flying around, but it's just those couple big things. That's
cool.
That's what I'm up to.
Well, that was a pretty long end slate.
Cool. This has been Family Jewel 7X.
I'm Jonathan Young,
and I'm gonna go have makeup sex with John.
God.
There was talk about my dick being small, and you guys know what that means now, right?
Rich, you're the
You guys are gonna
worst.
both wake up with 700 pictures of my dick in your phones tonight, and it's gonna change. It's gonna change your opinion of my dick.
I hate both of you.